It's an attitude, a motivation, a deep-seated spirit. It's an inner strength to keep your feet planted firmly on the ground, no matter what presses against you. It's self-confidence. It's belief. It's a way of life. It's Fezek Athletics. Shop now at www.fezekeathletics.com to get your fitness gear now. Conquer your physique.
Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, whenever you may be listening to this podcast. This is the Men on the Podcast, episode 16, brought to you by Fezek Athletics. I'm Rock, and I'm here with my brothers, my brethren. I got Greg and Frank. How y'all doing, fellas?
Good, can't complain. Busy.
Week's busy?
Yeah, soccer practice, man. I just got back.
Okay, great.
Yeah, I'm good, man. You know, just doing what it does. That's it.
Yeah, man. Daily duties, grinding, cleaning up, removal. Frank, I see you came back from the West Florida, the Sunshine State, doing your
Fort Lauderdale.
Yeah, man, doing your ads and stuff for your.
Yeah, had a photo shoot out there. I mean, it was cool. Like, you know what I mean? It wasn't like everybody think like the typical, Florida where you like go to Miami to the big, like Fort Lauderdale. Like, I'll actually go there again and take my family because it's like, I guess it's like a family beach kind of like. It's totally different, you know what I mean, from Miami. And I'm like, I'll definitely. It was quiet, you know what I mean. It wasn't too many people out. We had a good time and everything like that. It was just a lot on the photo shoot because being a model and trying to do it's a lot of work, man. Like it's a lot. Like especially I don't like. I think like just standing there. It's different from like doing action
actor shots.
Yeah, like especially we started at 8 o'clock in the morning. All I had was a protein shake. I'm out in that heat. The sun was getting to me. I was getting tired. I'm getting agitated. I'm like, all right, like how long I got to do this for? You know what I mean? We shot from 8 to like almost 12 o'clock. You know what I mean? That was like 4 hours. So like all I had was the shake and a freaking half a bagel.
Nah, man. Breakfast is the most important meal of the day, bro.
Yeah, so, everything came out good. I can't wait to put everything together and get everything up on the website and on Instagram and everything like that, to show everybody to get, bring more people to the site and things like that. So I'm very, excited for that and got more things and plans and can't wait, man.
All right, man. Well. Get a round of applause for that one. Once you get the adding up and everything running, we'll add it to the video so people can see it or whatever. Look dope from the behind the scenes Jones I've seen. But I mean, I guess let's just jump into it. I mean, you said it. You was down in Fort Lauderdale. I mean, it was quiet, things like that, and we know. I mean, this is normally the vacation season, summer in the summer, but we know this pandemic is just got everything all out of whack. Something I was thinking about, and I don't know where I heard this from, but it was like after this pandemic, whenever that ends, hopefully sooner than later, how do you feel you will be coming out? Like whether that's mentally, financially, you know what I'm saying? Like spiritually, whatever. Like how do you feel you will come out of this pandemic? Or how are you hoping to come out of this pandemic? Anyone of y'all?
Oh, my bad. I thought Frank was going to take it. I think for me, I'm going to come out like, for me, the pandemic really didn't change much. Because like for the people that probably were home most of the time working from home, they probably got a greater sense of like hanging out with their family like 24/7. I didn't get that because it was normal for me because I was still going to work. So in that aspect, it doesn't really change. I did pick up some new hobbies. So I picked up smoking, like barbecue smoking, like brisket.
I thought you were about to talk about smoking cigarettes or something else.
No.
Yeah, clear that out. Clear that out.
Huh?
Like barbecue smoking and stuff like that. Just like watching series with my kids. Like we watched Avatar.
Okay.
I think what else we did as far as like doing stuff around the house and stuff like that. That's normal, but like it was just different stuff. You just had to pivot, and like you couldn't go out, so you had to figure out stuff to do as far as like that. Normally, like hustle bustle, kid sports and stuff like that, and going out to see family members, and then now it's like, all right, you can't do nothing, like, you know. So, yeah, that for me, like it really didn't change. Only in those small amount of areas did it change.
Right. How do you feel you're gonna come out of this?
I mean, since the pandemic and before the pandemic, I didn't miss a beat. I mean, only thing that really affected me was like the first 3 months where the gym was closed. But I mean, mentally, I was still in the gym. You know what I mean? Kind of hard to explain. Like my mind was still in the gym, even though I was home.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, I didn't miss a beat. I mean, this is normal for me. I mean, my routine. I mean, I have a routine, you know, and it's, you know, it's work, you know, gym, home, like, and then if it's my kids' soccer or my daughter's dance, it's that. If it's not that, I'm with them. So, I mean, I'm perfectly fine. I'm not going to be, you know, once everything is over, I'm not going to be like all happy. Oh, I can do this, I can do that. I mean, I'm doing the things that I'm doing now since the pandemic. You know what I mean? Financially, I'm, you know, I'm blessed with a job where I can work from home. So like,
but you've been looking more into like you've been doing more research on your Bitcoins and things like that.
I mean, I was already a heavy investor in crypto, and I'm only into the big players, which is like probably like Bitcoin. My wife always asks me about like other different coins, but I'm more basically banking on Bitcoin. So I'm gonna have my faith in that one. So we heavily invested in that. So that's my go-to. I might hear small things about like small coins, and I might share it with you guys and other friends and stuff like that. But they have small money where they can invest in. But my big money is in Bitcoin, and I'm backing in that. But back to the pandemic and all the thing like that. I mean, I haven't missed a beat or anything like that, and like I said, I'm blessed that I can work from home. I know my job's talking about, I think, in the next week where we're having a meeting where we can actually just make up 8 hours. So I'm like, well, I'm not gonna just go make up 8 hours. I'm just gonna do my regular 8 hours, because if I get comfortable doing that,
then when it goes back to normal, then
right? It's like I'm so used to doing this. I'm like, nah. Like if I have to take off, for like an hour or two during the day, then I'll make it up during the afternoon. But
gotcha.
Pandemic really hurt the people that are social butterflies and people that are very social and that only rely on going out and going to different sceneries,
doing something.
That's where it's going to affect people, because they're not homebodies. They're those are the people that can't stay in one place without something. You know what I mean? Like they got to engage with somebody or anything like that. And I think this pandemic really helped people, come self-centered with themselves and realize like, what they like. And Greg's talking about like hobbies, like, you know what I mean? People got away from that. People got away from family, spending time with family, because they're so busy on routine and trying to do so many different things.
Good point, bro.
So I hope this pandemic helped people, realize what's important in in people's lives and stuff like that. For the people that been doing it from day one, it's like Greg said, it's like
normal routine. Right.
Right.
What do you mean?
Like
what do you mean? I got to be here with my family?
Right. Right. Yeah.
I got to talk to my kids.
Yeah. Like
But
like,
I was gonna say, like, you hit on something that I said, because I would see my customers, and a lot of them, so they couldn't go out, they would always come out. and talk to me like, oh, how you making out? And I would just tell them like, look, if anything come out of this, work-life balance, I hope that comes out of this, and just being more, not to say people aren't family-oriented, but just understanding like it should be like however you put your 3 or whatever, however you put your top list of things, it should be like family. Family should be either 1 or 2, whether you put God first or your religion first, or then second.
Higher spirit.
Family.
Yeah,
like your family should be 1 of the 2. Like you know what I mean? Like it should be up there, and work should be. It could be in your top 5, but it shouldn't be 1 or 2. Like you know what I'm saying? Like it should have a place, but it should be in the right place, and that's just my opinion on that, because I just think that.
Especially when you have a family, like if you have a wife and kids. I mean, if you're single or whatever, then you can dive yourself into work. But when you have a family, like you say, it should be, God, religion, spirit.
But and the only reason I say that is because of American culture, like we are conditioned to work, and we are conditioned to just go, versus like when you see our European counterparts, they look at us like we're crazy. Like you know what I mean? They get more vacation time.
Yeah, that's what holidays. They have crazy. They
get like maternity leave is crazy for just dads. Like not even the moms get crazy maternity leave, but the dads get crazy maternity leave.
Yeah.
Like you know what I'm saying? So it's one of those things where we're like, as men, we looked at like, yo, we gotta get back to work, go. Whereas over there, it's like, yo, fine with your kid, like that's what you should be doing. You know what I mean? And here it's just like, man, look, what you gonna do? Feed it? Nah, get back to work. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's what's saying. Yeah, I agree. Go ahead.
I was gonna make sure you hear me.
Yeah. No, I mean, I agree. I mean, that's what I was gonna say. Like, I mean, if anything, I mean, something that I kind of picked up doing this whole thing is like this video editing stuff. Like that stuff is crazy. Like all the different things you can do and trying to pick it up, and
he always texting me like, "You finished that video?" I'm like, "Look, dog." Like,
but now, I'm just saying, did you upload it? Like it just, I know it takes time, so I got like a different perspective and respect for people who do that. Us starting this podcast, I mean, because we've talked about this for like years, like just, because our group chats will always be crazy. Like I've said it before in the podcast, like we can go for like 2 hours just texting back and forth, just going back at each other. And I know our wives or ladies or whatever be like, what the hell y'all just like, because, you just bust out laughing. You'd be like, getting all into it. So, doing this and giving us at least once a week where we can actually like sit down face to face and just talk about different things. I kind of like that. But I mean, I'm like y'all, like if anything after this pandemic, it's just the norm to me. I mean, only difference is like Frank said, like this working thing, it's like, Greg, I know you different because you've been, you was quote unquote essential and you've been out doing your normal thing, but like for us, it's like different, like with the way the offices and everything is structured, and people can't come in and things like that. But, if anything, I just hope everybody come out healthy. I know I haven't had, I don't know about you guys, but in my family, I haven't had any news of anyone getting it or losing their lives from it or anything like that. So, I just hope everybody stay safe doing this until the vaccine is found.
You can hear me, right?
Yeah.
All right. I want to say one thing. Like, when we was, I want to get back to like the whole pandemic thing. Like, I know when I was traveling, me and my wife was traveling to Florida, and like even with the pandemic, people are still not cautious about personal hygiene. Like, people was on the plane walking barefooted to the bathroom.
Like, so people don't believe it. They think it's bull. They think this is a BS thing, man.
Not even that, but still be like, you know what I mean? And then like, you had females wearing like these short shorts, sitting on these seats. Like I'm like, y'all don't know there's a pandemic on. Like, you still want to be cautious. Like you literally want to walk out here and just be like, oh, if I get it, I get it. Like, No, like still be cautious of other people around you. And I think this is how things, flu and colds and stuff get passed on because people hygiene is horrible, man.
Frank was up there with a hazmat suit on.
No, I see. There was two people on there with had like whole suit on
with the helmet and everything.
I can't blame them, bro.
Yeah, I wore like a jacket, like sweat, and I had my mask on. But like other people out there, like tank tops, short shorts on, open toes. People walk back and forth through the plane barefooted. I'm just like, are you serious?
Yeah, y'all doing the most.
Yeah, right.
Right, and then they had like people with kids. Like they're like, if your kid are like 2 years and under, they don't have to wear a mask. I'm like,
they won't keep it on. They'll try to pull it off. So they just like don't.
You know what I mean? If I was, I wouldn't even be traveling with my kid that was that young. But if I had to, you gonna be wearing a mask? Like, you know what I mean? I'm gonna try to make sure it's on you. You gotta
get them one of the face shields.
People were just like, people were just with no care in the world. I was just like, all right, well, this is how stuff is getting passed because you guys are not careful there.
Yeah. Well, like I said, and hence why, the numbers is going up. Like it's not. I mean, they're kind of saying they're leveling off now, but hence why we have all these cases reported still. People are not. They're not taking the necessary precautions and measures to keep this stuff from spreading, man.
Hold on a second.
But I mean, like Greg, I know, like with you being out there, like when you're out and you're delivering the mail or whatever, like, is it any contact with people, or is it just strictly like you're just, you're doing?
No, I mean, people are out, but like I'm not one to. I've learned not to put my hand in my eyes. I've learned not to like
touch your face and all that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's. And that's just because, like,
that's hard though, ain't it? Because I'm so used to doing like
I've been doing it for years. For years, I've been that way. Because, like, even before that, I knew, like, as a mail carrier, like, if I'm touching a mailbox and it's full of bird poop, why would I touch my face? Like, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, you guys, normal people wouldn't think of that, but that's what I see. Like, you'll see, like, stuff on the box or something drops in the grass. You don't know what was just there that you grab in the letter or whatever.
That's true.
So
that's
true. Like you know what I mean. So as weird as it is, that's what I think about. So that's why, like, I've always wore gloves and I always kept hand sanitizer in my lunchbox. Like cats used to think I was like, yo,
germaphobe. That's how I get called that too. Nah, it's hygiene, bro. Like,
it's like I just want to be clean when I eat, bro. Like I'm sorry, I'm not willing to take that risk. Like,
because think about it, like you just said, you're touching the door handle. You don't know who touched that door handle before you. You don't know if they used the bathroom, didn't wash their hands. Like, you don't know if they just sneezed or cough or whatever, did up their nose, and you touching the door handle. Like,
And you can alleviate all that just by using some hand sanitizer. Boom, I'm straight.
Washing your hands when you go.
Wash your hands. Yeah. So like it's like just a little stuff. So that part is what's the name?
Oh, you had to go get your floor boys.
Nah, my other joint, I was charging it all day. For some reason, I think my wife unplugged it. And
it died.
Yeah.
The wife's always doing something. All right. Well, let's move to the next. Like this one I put up here. No, go ahead, bro.
One thing, I didn't see no lanternflies in freaking Florida at all.
Oh, the stuff that they're talking about that they're saying is taking over down there. Well, maybe not in that part. They're probably in Miami.
There's a lot of animals that can eat that down there. You don't mind, bro.
These lanternflies get on my damn nerves, man. I'll tell you that. I haven't flinched so much every time I see one that's flying towards me or something.
Yeah?
But I be like, yo, what the hell?
Frank scared of bugs.
I want them Jones to touch me, man. You know what they be giving out.
You don't like mosquitoes either, huh? You don't know what kind of mosquito
I'm cool with mosquitoes. Like, I'll get them Jones. But them lanternflies, man, I don't know. I think they brought something when they came the first time.
Shit. All right. All right. Well, I put this one up here because I don't know about y'all. Like, I was looking at the playoffs or whatever the other night. Shout out to the Blazers for beating the Lakers. I told you Blazers going to be a problem, bro. But I was looking when they paying when they pan to LeBron's head, and like it's gone, like his hair is gone, like in this region here, you know. And I put on the thing like, when do you know to let it go? I mean, that could be on anything, but to me, that's what I was talking about, because it was like, I don't know if I can walk around, because like I see dudes walk around like that, but I don't know if I could. Like I know, like I'm getting older and it's gonna lighten up, but if it gets that bad, bro, it's gone. Like,
I guess it depends on how you feel comfortable. I mean, if you feel comfortable, you know, putting that, was it Beijing in your hair?
But would you, like, what would you do? Would you let it go? Would you just...
I mean, I literally, I mean, I got a lot of grays, and I actually dyed my hair this weekend, last weekend, because I had
for the show, yeah.
And I ain't gonna lie, like, it felt kind of weird, because I'm like, I'm so used to, the salt and pepper, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was just like, yeah, it make you look younger. I was like, oh, this is why, older guys do it, because it kind of make them look like, feel younger and stuff like that.
I got it in my beard now. I ain't dying this shit.
So, but if I'm going bald, I mean, I guess it's hard, because if you don't have the shape, the head, I guess, to go bald, like, my head is weird. Like, he go bald, you look at him like, yo, he looking out there like Shrek or something. I don't know.
I mean, they all had like Jordan did it, Kobe did it. Like, they had their stages. They were lighting it. Like, LeBron's trying to keep it dark. Like, if he lightened it to somewhat even that, whatever, but he's trying to, like, keep it dark when he get in the waves.
LeBron's trying to do whatever he doing in the NBA, he doing to his head. So, you know what I mean? He already screwed NBA up. Now he gonna screw people dyeing their head and everything like that now. So, you know what I mean? I can't. I don't know. Businessman, I love LeBron. Businessman, I love him, but anything to do with the NBA and trends, I can't follow him.
Oh, shit! You said whatever they do to the NBA, he doing to his head.
Wow. I would say it's a personal choice. Like, you can't, like.
But what would you do? Would you?
I'll cross that bridge when I get to it.
You don't know. Great, like, I don't know. I gotta look at it first. I gotta be in the mirror. I don't know how bad it look.
Put it like this: like, for years, like, cause I wear a sun hat for work. So like, or if it's cold, I'm wearing a beanie when I was walking. But now I'm riding in a truck most of the day, so I got heat on. So I ain't gotta, like, wear those two things, because the sun's not directly on me. And then all of a sudden, my hair was just sprouting, like, so I let it grow out. Like, y'all saw me when we first started this, the
pandemic growth. Yeah.
And I was like, daggone, this joint got, like, you know what I mean? So as long as it's doing its thing, look, winter it'll be long, summer it'll be short. I rock it simple, man. Like, I'll let nature do its thing. But I mean, if it gets to a point where it ain't growing in a whole large area, nature's telling you, like, bruh, like, it's time.
It's time to cut it.
It's time.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. That joint looked like a map in his joint. Like, it's got like
KD joint.
KD's been like that for a while though, and he, like, since he first got into the league, since he was like 19.
But I think KD's might be a calic, which is different, because that's just a way the hair direction grows, and the only way you can make it, what's the name, is to cut it. You know what I mean? So I think that's more like a calic than it is
just a hair loss or whatever.
Yeah, hair loss, I would think.
I don't know. He didn't figure that shit out. And the Lakers need to figure out what's going on.
I mean, but see, like, Bron and KD, they 6'9" and above. So, like, most normal people can't see the top of their head.
That's what I was saying before. Yeah.
So,
if you did that close to the back of their head, you too damn close.
Right. That's what I was telling Rock. That's what I was telling Rock last time. I'm like, to them, nobody sees it because everybody's shorter than them.
They look at
nobody's going to see the top of their head. So that's what I was telling Rock last time. I was like, that's why Bulls do what they do, because it's like, nobody's looking over top of them.
Yeah, it's just that camera. That camera where they at is can point right down on top of them.
Let me just say this: let the great come in, man. This is a sign of wisdom. And
oh yeah, that's what I told Frank. Like I ain't dying my joint.
I got mine.
I'm saying like I died mine because for the photo shoot. That's the only reason I died it. That's the only reason I did it. You know what I mean?
You trying to sell stuff? That's different.
Yeah, that's the only reason I did it.
He needed his hair to pop.
I felt kind of weird. Like at first, kind of felt kind of weird. I'm like, all right, do I want to go out in this hot sun?
If you kept the gray, you might went after a different customer base. Yeah, the demographic might have been.
Your demo would have been different.
50 to 60. They like,
okay, I can. So I can go get these clothes and them supplements a little later.
Yeah.
Okay,
I felt weird, man, because I was like, man, like if I go in this hot sun, is this junk gonna start dripping on me? Like,
that would have been.
You know what I mean? So I'm like
leaking.
Yeah,
he sees the gray. He sees the gray afterwards. He just.
Dude got black. He got black. It's like
right. Yeah, I was like.
He'd be like Carlos Boozer. Remember Carlos Boozer did that Beijing that one time.
I don't know who told him to do that. I swear. And you can't be bald one day and then have hair. Like I don't know. That was.
This ball went into the locker, came out. His shit was light. It was like, damn, what happened to this nigga?
I think Ben Gordon was. Hold on. Was it Ben Gordon or Derrick Rose was talking about that? Like I think it was Derrick Rose. He was like, he showed up for practice one day. He was just had that on, and Bulls was just like,
I know they roasted him.
They literally was just dying and laughing.
Yo, I would fry one of y'all came like that. I'm talking about, I still be on that to this day. I bring that up every day. But yeah, I kind of that's what I mean, because we getting up in age now, so it could happen. I mean, I'm saying, like, when do you know? Like, when would you let it go? I'll say that other topic for when we got E in the mix, because I really wanted to ask E that question. But we're gonna make this one a little short one tonight. All right, I know the NBA lottery was tonight. I ain't watch it or whatever.
You guys want the order? I'll read out the order.
Yeah, let's run through that real quick before we.
All right, I'll read out the order. Give me one second. So the first pick in the 2020 NBA draft.
No. You got to do it like they do it. You got to start from what is it, the fifth?
You want the top five or you want the lottery? The lottery is like 12 or 13.
Yeah, let's do 12. Real quick, like it's
right,
12 to 1.
12 to 1. Number 12, Sacramento Kings. Number 11, San Antonio Spurs.
Okay.
Number 10, Phoenix Suns. Number 9, Washington Wizards. Number 8, New York Knicks.
Shout out to E. Y'all gonna get that pick, man.
Number 7, Detroit Pistons. Number 6, Atlanta Hawks. Number 5, Cleveland Cavaliers. Number 4, Chicago Bulls. Number 3, Charlotte Hornets. Number 2, Golden State Warriors. And number 1, Minnesota Timberwolves. I just want to know who has pictures of someone in the NBA of Minnesota Timberwolves at ownership, because that's about the third number 1 pick they got in the last. That is some stuff, bro.
You know who's gonna be nice if they get this pick?
Who?
Atlanta. If they get this pick, I think
number 1 pick.
No,
their pick,
number
right.
6, right?
Yeah,
number 6.
Who you want them to get?
If they get the ball from Dayton, they're going to be a problem.
Some of the ball that's like the 3-4.
Yeah, he plays a center, but he's like a 3. He's like a 3-4.
In the league, he gonna be a 3 or 4. Yeah, I know you talking.
That's what I'm saying. If they get him,
but they just had the kid. They just got the ball.
Children,
Reddish,
the ball.
Reddish and the ball from Virginia. I forgot his name.
If they trade him, if they get him,
trade his ass.
19, you gotta give him a chance. I'll trade him. Man. He ain't doing that this first year.
He ain't do nothing to do. I not like him. That was your ball. I don't like him.
He from Philly. Like from Philly. For real. He alright, man. He nice, bro.
If you get him, Trae Young, and what's the other boy name?
They got Capella.
Collins. John Collins.
Collins and Capella. Yo,
they got Capella too, man. They do got Capella.
They're gonna be a problem. They be a problem.
Yeah, Trae passed the ball.
We're gonna have to. We can't really pass. We ain't got nobody else to score.
He said
to the
we.
40.
Wow, Frank, really? We?
He like
I
Trey
didn't say
Young,
we.
dog.
I didn't say we.
Trey. You know why he said we? Because Trey Young
Man,
reminded him of him when he was younger.
He said we.
I didn't say we.
This boy,
I didn't say we.
Now you said we.
No, I didn't. No, I didn't. I said.
He said we
I
get
said
him.
Trey. I said Trey don't got nobody to pass the ball to.
You said we get him. We're proud.
I'll replay it. I'll replay it when we post it. And I'm like, I didn't say we.
I told you, man. Trey Young reminded Frank of him when he was younger, man. You know, he got the little curly.
Remember, that's why he needed Steph Curry.
I don't like Steph Curry.
Yeah.
I like Trey better. Steph.
He models his game after Steph.
Yo, like,
Frank
hold
does
on,
not like Frank.
I like Trey because Trey he don't. Steph do too much celebration for me. He do too much.
True. I agree with you.
Yo, you ever seen the stand up with Mike Epps, the recent jump, the Boogie Cousins, the Boogie Cousins jump? Yo, Mike Epps was like Steph Curry out there playing like he what he say? What do you say? What do you say? Like he's playing like in high school, like just going through the motion, you know, his mouthpiece hanging from his mouth, just throwing oops. Like it was hilarious. You gotta watch that, Joe. It was hilarious. Mike Epps was talking about Steph Curry.
I mean, that mouthpiece thing. That shit would irk the shit out of me. I'll slap that shit out of his mouth. Like, man, get that shit. You don't be.
He do too much
having that shit dangling around me. That saliva.
Okay, whoa.
But he do celebrate a lot, too.
Come on, Trey Young don't celebrate.
Now he do the little kiss, John. He do the little, you know, all under the little kiss.
Steph be shooting and be like,
Steffi. And little Mark Jackson, gay Mark Jackson. No, sorry.
Like Steph was the I don't want to say the inventor or the innovator, but like of that.
Oh yeah, that thing.
Yeah.
Also the like the 35 to 36 foot 3-pointer, like. Take a high volume amount of threes in the game, like
I mean, he can shoot. He definitely,
Like if somebody dunks on somebody, you're gonna see people like screaming, yelling, like So, all right, for him, that's his dunk because he ain't dunking on nobody. So if he drills a three,
we seen when he tried to dunk.
Saying.
Yeah. I mean, I guess
some people aren't.
Yeah,
he look like E trying to dunk that one time.
Yeah, I don't like. I guess because like Trey, he'll, you know, what I mean, he like when he'll shoot deep, when he shoot deep, or when he do certain things, he either silence the crowd or like
he did that too soon one time.
He like Steph, like the Golden State, they was just like a whole like showcase, and I was just like, all right, I can't really.
Well, you just didn't like him because
they had 3 superstars. Like you can't guard that. Like you know what I mean, like.
But they talking about with KD. You talking about when they got KD?
Yeah, like you're supposed to win. Like,
yeah, I didn't like them too much after they got KD. I was like, that's just on a different level. Like y'all won 73 games and y'all gonna get this bull because y'all lose to LeBron. Just man up and play him again.
Well, that's because they didn't lose to just LeBron. They lost to LeBron and Kiki Vanderway
and Kyrie.
Because LeBron was on the podium going, yo, you gotta give him a technical. So he's.
Well, come on now. Draymond had already kicked like 3 people in the mid area.
LeBron broke.
Did the flick up?
LeBron knows you don't walk over somebody in the NBA. You know that. I know that.
Hold up. Hey, hold up. If you whoa. No, he was trying to grab and LeBron like. Young boy, get out of here. Like, get off me. Like, you're not strong enough to hold me. Like, stop it. And then you going to lay on the ground. I'm going to step over you, too. Like, I'm going to run around you. Like, nah, I just sunned you. I just young boy and threw you down to the ground with one hand.
Stop that. Stop that. And then you're gonna get on the podium and start power ticking to Kiki Vanderway to get him suspended.
Draymond trying to touch people's, you know, man jewels.
Yeah, I like Trey. I like Trey. A little bit better than Steph.
Look, is Trey okay? He's a decent player. I think him and some other players in the NBA are getting overblown, but it is what it is.
Who's other Greg? You
know the crazy thing. And when you said that, Greg, you know the crazy thing is, it's like Luka is coming over and saying, "You guys are the NBA is trash because I'm coming over here in my second year, right?"
You can't touch him, man. Like,
Yeah,
cut
but
that out, man.
Like he's averaging a triple double
They can't
almost.
touch
Like
him. They
that
cannot
just shows you
touch
that the
him.
league. He's
But hold
showing
on,
that
but
the
let me-
league is like trash.
No, let me just say a couple things that I don't like that I see. Like I was watching the Philadelphia in Celtics game, and I seen Kemba Walker, Tatum, Jaylen Brown all run full speed. Right, defenders there, they stick their hand all the way out into the defender, basically to stop themselves and to push the defender, then walk away. And I'm like, how is that not an off arm? They're out of control and they're using their arm to defend off a defender where the defender has a right to the space. And not once was it called. It's a point where guys like Luka, he does it too. Like he'll get there. If he can't create separation, the arm extends out. And like they'll keep it halfway bent so it doesn't look like a full push off. But to me, like the league has to start cracking down on that. They like guys are getting too big of an advantage. You can't defend if somebody's going to put their arm in you to push you backwards. Guys are too fast and too strong. Like it's already enough to try to move your feet without putting body in. And what's the name? To give dudes a whole, hey, I come on at you full speed, shove you, then back off and shoot a jumper. Come on, man. Like
The game would be sloppy.
Mm-hmm.
the Luka thing is, if you're not ever giving up the ball, you're going past that. I'm sorry. Is he talented? Yeah, he's talented with the ball.
But they can't touch him, man. I don't like that.
But it's not that, Rock. He's just the thing
he's giving up the ball.
He's showing that European basketball right now is better than the U.S. basketball. It's not, but he's showing it right now by him playing by his second year. That's what they're looking at.
He's doing the same thing as your boy Harden. They're literally.
Yeah, but this is his second year. But Harden never did that his second year.
Because Harden didn't have a chance. He was playing with Kevin Durant and Russell Westbrook.
Right, but I mean, I'm just saying.
If Harden was on that Rockets team and they had that same offense that D'Antoni's running, because basically what Rick Carlisle's running, we're going to run high pick and roll, and if he ain't got it, we're going to come back and run high pick and roll, and he can dance with somebody and take a step back three or whatever.
I don't see Harden doing that his second year just because he wasn't mature yet.
And that's another thing. Like Luka been playing. He been playing pro since he was 14.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. I don't think that's all of Europe. I think it's the fact that like
if you're playing against grown men, you're already.
But that's
he's learning all the tricks of the trade.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. That
European is ahead of that because they allow.
Not even that. The process that he went through. So if Europeans say, okay, they look at Luka's childhood and his agenda. He started playing against adults when he was like 15, 14, right? So now what they can start doing is, all right, you know what? Let's build a program where, these elite guys that's 14, 15, 16 years old can play professional. And then now once they play professional, now they can go to elite to the NBA and they can be polished. Like European, that's what I'm saying. European now going to start developing. Like, we know how we got the G League?
They already had that. Yeah, I mean, they do that. They've done that in soccer over there for years.
No, I'm saying for basketball. So like now they're looking at it. Okay, they're looking at Luka as example. Okay, you know what? Let's start doing our European guys. Okay, let's start them early with 14, 15, 16, where they can compete against adults in European basketball. And if they get good enough, now they can make that leap to the NBA, where now they're not looking at these foreign guys where they only playing 1 or 2 years. Against adults, and then when they go to the NBA, they don't pan out. They don't play. They don't pan out to be what they supposed to.
They get 3-4 years in before 5 years.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Like there's very little. Like Dirk, it took him a while, to get developed, and then once he went, you know what I mean. Same with Nash, but like Luka, he's like a whole different experiment. You know what I mean? He's a second year, he almost averaging a triple double. It's like, and he's going against Kawhi and Paul George, like you know what I mean. So.
But he's an anomaly, though, Frank. Because you got to remember, when I say athletic, I'm gauging him against other NBA players. So against other NBA players, he's not that athletic. He's not that fleet of foot. He's everything is basketball skill with him. Like, you know what I mean? Right, ball handler.
That's all Europeans. That's all European players.
Yeah, they're skilled. They learn the fundamentals from the.
Yeah, he's fundamentally sound, but. I'm looking at it like if you just put him on a track and it said like, all right, I'm gonna take the best athlete / basketball player. Like, though he would be drafted very high, I think there's other players you would go, I kind of want him better because I could get more out of him. You know what I mean? He has to be. He landed in the. Could you imagine if he went to? Do you think he'd be the same if he went to Atlanta? Because you got to remember that. Yeah,
like, I think so. With Collins, they had young people around. I think he'd be all right. I think he'd be all right. It's the same team. Only thing they did was added Porzingis this year.
Yeah, but
but I think a lot of it has to do with that Rick Carlisle system. That Rick Carlisle system had that same stuff from Dirk, where they could get a dude at a 3 or 4 position, isoed up top, give him the ball, and we just let him work. We'll space it.
Yeah, but his IQ and everything like that, the game is slow to him. Where you got these young kids that's come from college, where it's constantly yo.
But you can't teach his vision. You can't teach his vision.
Right, like, but I'm saying, you can if you start a development program when you say, okay,
when you're like 14 and you're used to seeing adults move at that speed and all that stuff. I mean, European league ain't as fast as the NBA, but they're still adults.
But if you start them 14 or however age that he started, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because he was like 16 playing against adults, right?
Something like that, 15, 16,
right? Yeah, 15, 16, you know what I mean? So he was over there for like, 6-7 years almost?
He came here when he was 20, right? 20?
No, 21, right?
21? Like 19 or something
19,
like that.
yeah, he's only there 4 years. 4 years.
But hold on, let me just say this. And this is when I say, like, you can't teach that, his vision. Like, you can't teach, like, what Luka can see, what LeBron can see, what Ben can see, like those dudes see stuff like Chris Paul, like they see the angles at a different way. It'd be like you could teach somebody how to see an angle, but they can't see a play ahead. Like, you know what I'm saying? He's seeing he gets past that guy. Yeah. Well, he gets past that guy.
I won't put Chris Paul
that dude. Like I'm just saying, like,
why not?
Chris Paul, he's more of an IQ. Like
I see.
He's not the same as like LeBron, Ben, and like Luka.
Because he's not 6'9" and above.
Nah, but
he can pass. Chris Paul can pass.
But he's like a
he led the league in assists.
He's a typical point guard.
Okay. Prototypical. Okay. All right.
Frank's saying that he sees it off the play.
Yeah,
like, you know what I mean? Because if you put him in that specific pick and roll play, he'll find the angles, but he's not going to create the play. Whereas though he's waiting for that one defender to take one step too far to the left, and then now he knows he has the angle. You know what I mean? And he could just whip the pass behind his neck or whatever the hell he's going to do. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
but he's not 6'9" either. They can do that.
When you look at Ben, Luka, and LeBron, and like Magic and Anthony Hardaway, those types. They put the ball where you just like, yo, what the hell? Like, some people can just see that, and then some people can't. You can't. Some of those things you just can't teach. So that's what I mean. When Frank was saying that it could be taught, is like the angle to see a pass off a pick and roll.
Because first of all, they can see 9 times out of 10 they can see over all hands defenses anyway because they're 6'9". You name all people that's 6'8" and above. Yeah,
You're also reading the body movement of a guy going like, all right, he's going to cut back door. All I need is this dude to take one half step up.
But Chris Paul can see that though. He can.
But
great point guards can know that.
I'm not saying that. Yeah.
Yeah, but the point I was saying was, I'm not saying it can be taught. It can be taught through playing against,
skilled adults.
Skills, because I'd rather play against adults than play AAU. You know what I mean? You see what I'm saying? Like me playing 3 years, or so this 3-4, let's just say 3 to 5 years AAU. I'd rather take that. I'd rather take that out and rather play against adults.
Some of the boys in AAU are adults, though.
You know what I mean? Like, I'd rather play.
They from an over 30 league.
Yeah, but I'd rather play. But he was playing against people that was from overseas.
They was grown men.
Division ones here playing overseas. So I'd rather take those small amount of years where I can learn much.
Yeah, that's good.
And learn the game flow. Where now when I come to the NBA, everything is slow. You know what I mean? When things come slow, you can see
Well,
everything.
he also playing at the top division too, if I'm not mistaken. He was playing in the top division.
I think he was. Yeah,
he wasn't playing. He wasn't playing.
He wasn't like Giannis playing in like the D league of it.
No, he was playing in top. He was basically playing NBA caliber talent, like a tier below.
Yeah. So that outskirt tier, that the ones that's on the end of the
that's
division
also
NBA,
guys
they go over there.
That played in the NBA that are playing over there.
Yeah,
so
right. But that's what I was saying.
He was getting for that physicality too.
Yeah, and that's what I was saying. Like, I don't think like you said, like it can't be taught, but I think it can be learned through that process.
Yeah, you know what I mean? You have the skill. It's just something that they take and hone and give you the whole overall. Yeah,
you can learn how to read
the skill. Yeah,
you can learn how to read a floor. You can't like some.
No, I'm just saying the game flow. Like he
talking about the speed, Greg. Like the speed.
Like he knows the game. Like he knows. Okay, I'm not going to rush. I'm not going to go through this. I know if I slow up.
Are you talking about controlling tempo? Like that's different. Like controlling tempo.
Like being able to read and control it and manipulate it.
Yeah, that's controlling tempo. I was talking about passing vision.
Oh no, that's something that you have. You can get better at it just by you get better at it just by
controlling tempo. Even with Ben.
Yeah, even with Ben and LeBron, like you knew they were playing against adults when they were down there like 14, 15 years old.
Yeah.
So then once they start playing, once like Ben started playing, like especially in college, like things were so easy for him. You know what I mean? Like he was average almost over there triple double. Like he can get 20 and 20 like that.
He was 25 and 10 in college or something like that.
Yeah, like with some games he had like 40 and like 20. You're like, what the hell?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because it was so easy for him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he just didn't like the college experience because he couldn't get paid. Which that's what I'm saying. Like that's why, like in Europe, they got it right. Like if like here, you got to go a year to college, and then you don't get paid, and then like over there, you get
that's just so everybody can get their taste of like money off that kid during that system.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I didn't know like LeBron was, like I knew LeBron was like the number one in high school, but like I didn't know he was going to like all these NBA open runs and stuff like that, playing against NBA guys. So like now I can see, okay, when he came to the league, like he was already ready for it.
Yeah, he was practicing with the Cavs, they say, on the regular. Like
that's what I'm saying. So like, you know what I mean? So if you
Kobe did the same thing.
Yeah, with the Sixers.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So like, so that's what I'm saying. Like, if you look at Luka and you look at the European, I hope they take that and say, "Oh, you know what?"
They are. I think with the G League, I think they're saying like, "Look,
well, I don't
you can bypass college and you can now go to the G League and play against because they got that select team now, elite team."
But I think that's for the American, people that want to skip high school and go to the G League. Yeah. I'm saying for Europeans, I think they should. Huh?
They have a world select team.
Who?
Well, I know because they play in the. I'm just saying. But I'm saying they have their own.
Yeah,
like they had their own G League, like in Europe. You know what I mean? Where they take, you know what I mean, like a certain amount of kids, the high caliber kids.
But see, I don't think they will do that
because they already could just play pro.
Because they have their leagues.
They have their farm teams, and you can just go right in. Yeah,
like Luka was good enough where Tel Aviv was like
15. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, why don't you just come on through? We're gonna pay you.
Yeah.
So their system to me is better because.
But they don't have a system like soccer.
No, but what I'm saying is,
it's not like structured like soccer. I know what you mean.
Like I get what you're saying about the soccer, but they're basically what they're doing is, hey, we're going to pay you for your skills because you have skills. We'll get you to school and everything. That's off the side. Like that's cool. We'll get you all that, but you can concentrate strictly on which is going to make you the most amount of money at this point in time. So the kid still gets an education, but he's also. He's also like working at a professional level for his chosen profession.
Yeah, his craft.
Yeah, but I don't think European has something where it's a development program. I think they have European overseas teams where they select certain people to come play for the team, but they don't have a development league like the G League. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. They don't have that. They just have teams throughout different countries, and they have their country teams. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So, and the people that play for their country, literally playing there for like 5-10 years anyway. Mm-hmm. You know? Mm-hmm. So I think if they get a developing program where they start taking more interest into kids that high caliber in basketball and say, okay, let's start this program where now we can put them in different teams throughout Europe. You know what I mean? Like we could put a 15 or 14-year-old kid on this team here, see how he does. If he does good for him. He could stay there and he could play all the way through. You know what I mean? They don't have like with soccer where it's like you have academies throughout Europe. And then when you get to like 16, 17, you go to like the A team or the select team where you're playing for like Barcelona or Real Madrid. You might not start, but you're on the training team, and you might start. You know what I mean?
But soccer is that sport's been around over there.
Right.
That's their number one sport. So they put that resource into that.
You got to think about the money that soccer generates.
Yeah, about to say the resources is
the resources is crazy compared to like what they're going to get.
But that's what I'm saying. So that's what I'm saying. They can start because you got like Dirk, you got Luke.
Yeah, basketball's becoming more global now. So now those countries can. Yeah, I know what you're saying. That's good
because
points.
I mean, it can really, really help. I mean, you look at Luka. I mean, like playing against a high caliber and not just they're just all high school high caliber team. Like no, like you need to play where adults where it's like okay, they know the game, so you're learning from them. Just like us, we always played against older adults. So when we played against our level, everything was slow.
Yeah, no, you're right. Yeah, because that's what I'm saying. You playing against adults, you play kids your age. You're like, oh, y'all ain't as strong as I thought y'all was. Like y'all play right through that.
The game is faster. When you play against when you're like at your level, middle school, high school. Yeah, the level is like it's like this where when you play against older and adults.
And you come back down to that, you're like,
you slow up.
Yeah.
You're like, oh.
Yeah. I ain't got to rush to do that. Yeah, I can take my time. All right. Good points, fellas. We kind of stumbled into that one. That was a good topic. All right. Before we end it out, let's end it out with the little segment we call What We Watching. Y'all watching anything new?
Oh, I'm watching that Lovecraft Country. I got to watch.
Yeah, you talking about that. I'm going to try that. I'm watching, I'm watching Lost. Y'all ever seen that?
Nah,
yeah,
I've heard of it, but
that's all right too. I like that joint. He said Lovecraft, something.
Lovecraft. What's that on Netflix or?
No, HBO. It's a new series with Jordan Peele.
I'm gonna check that out. Yeah, and Lost is on Hulu, Greg. ABC.
Oh, is it?
We just finished up Umbrella Academy.
I started that. Yeah, I started that. Yeah. And I started the jump. Frank was the prophet. I started that too.
And then Michelle, she got me started on Queen of the South.
Oh, that joint, all right. I like that joint. Yeah,
I watched like the first. I think I watched the first season, and then like I kind of like fell off.
Nah, you gotta get back on that joint though. It's all right.
If I can get into it.
Like, she calculated, bro. She calculated. Like it kind of the second season, you're like, all right, but then they got back into it. Like you'll be surprised where she at now. Like, it's crazy.
Oh, did y'all see the reboot or the supposedly ghost chapter?
Yes, Power Book 2.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm not watching those series with following Tariq
Mary J. Blige and Method Man.
Yeah, I ain't following no Tariq and Tasha. Once you kill Ghost off, you killed me off of the series. I'm good.
I'm like, didn't there? What was that movie with Q-Tip and Mary J. Blige? That remember that movie used to come on BT? They were like, I think Q-Tip was in jail and he had a son by Mary J. Blige had a son for him. It was like, Prison Song. What's it called? Prison Song?
Sure.
I think it was called Prison Song.
I think like sure.
All right. Yeah. All right. So we got some good shows to check out. Lovecraft, Lost, and Greg, you getting into Queen of the South.
Lovecraft is good.
All right, bro. All right, man. Well, good pod, fellas. Good shout out to Joe. Happy anniversary to him and his wife.
Happy anniversary, Joe. Happy anniversary.
He's somewhere drinking because the Knicks didn't get the first pick for the lottery, so hopefully he'll be here next week.
NBA's against New York City.
All right, fellas. Y'all have a good week, man.
All right.
The Men on the Podcast, baby.